I am here today to discuss the barriers to effective listening. Hearing is the process of perceiving sounds through the vibrations of the bones in the inner ear. Listening is the active process of making meaning out of another person's spoken message. Information overload occurs when the listener is overpowered by large amounts of information. The listener tries to process the information, which makes it difficult to listen and process the new information. In the journal article, The Mythology of Information Overload, the authors believe that humans are adapting to meet the new information abundant world. The video is from the Crash Course video series. There is so much information provided that it becomes difficult to follow. Selective attention is listening only to the points that you want to hear and ignoring all of the other points. In the journal article, The Cost of Selective Attention, when children notice what adults miss, the authors come to the conclusion that children pay closer attention to details because they lack the experience to process, task, or relevant information like adults who have that skill. The video is from the television show Big Bang Theory. Sheldon is trying to talk about video game consoles, but Amy is ignoring him. Confirmation bias is the idea that people tend to listen more often to information that is similar to their beliefs. People tend to favor information that confirms their previously held beliefs. In the journal article, The Preference Inconsistent Recommendations, the author concludes that an effective way to reduce confirmation bias is by using preference inconsistent recommendations, which creates divergent thinking. This video is an explanation which examples of confirmation bias. Here are some other barriers to effective listening. Noise is any sound that distracts you from listening to what you want to listen to. Pseudo-listening is providing feedback behaviors such as head nods that give false impressions that you are listening. Glazing over is when you daydream during a conversation so you miss the information that is provided. Rebuttal tendency is when you make conclusions and responses prematurely in a conversation. You've already made up your mind and stop listening during a conversation. Competitive interrupting is when the listener interrupts to gain control of the conversation. By understanding the common barriers to effective listening with practice, you'll be able to recognize them and become a better listener.